Good morning. I'm Selena Wilkes with the Dugout right here in River Spirit Media Studio for the Dugout Volume 1, Episode 4. Have two exciting guests who will be coming on today. Paula Jackson with the Proud Peacock and Lori Krasnowski with Stonehouse Urban Winery and CNO So Tasty Iced Coffee, Tea, and Ice Cream. So we'll be talking to them shortly. In the meantime, I have some updates to share with you. We have a busy couple of months coming up. First of all, we have Halloween this Friday, the 31st. Halloween in Williamsport trick or treating is happening on Halloween. Get your costumes out and enjoy. And that's a great family affair. In the meantime, I want to get you up to speed for November and in the beginning of December with the holidays. You're not going to want to miss it. Williamsport has always been like a hallmark town, and I want to make sure you know the schedule coming up. So November 2nd, that's the first thing. We got to get our clocks. Remember, our clocks fall back on November 2nd. November 5th, the 5th is the dedication to the Springfield Manor, the farm. That ceremony will be at 12 p.m. on November 5th. November 10th, for those of you that love the celebration of trees, they always get artificial trees donated for that event. So if you have an artificial tree that you're looking to get rid of, don't get rid of it. Donate it to the Springfield barn for the celebration of trees. And the deadline for that donation of the tree is November 10th. We would greatly appreciate you that. Um, November 11th is Veterans Day, very important day for all of our servicemen who have served our country. And we here in Williamsport had a lot of guys serve our country. So we want to thank all of them and all of their families. We need to support them. That's November 11th. Sweet Note Bakery is having their anniversary on November 14th. So I'm sure Devin at the bakery will have something, a great snack or a giveaway that day. Just check on her website. November 27th, that's family time. That's Thanksgiving. I hope everybody spends time with their family and enjoys their meal and catching up because the next day is going to be crazy. That is Black Friday. Everybody's out shopping. And so Black Friday, downtown Williamsport shopping, that's the 27th or 28th. I'm sorry, 28th, Black Friday. And then the next day is Saturday. That's November 29th, Small Business Saturday. So Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and then Small Business Saturday, 3 days in a row. Make one of your stops on one of those 3 days right here in downtown Williamsport. And then December, we're into December, the Christmas parade, the Williamsport Christmas parade, where Santa Claus comes in and lights up all the lights in the park, December 5th, family affair. Come to the parade, have your hot chocolate, have your candy, see Santa Claus, see all the Christmas lights, the park lights, you can drive through. And then December 6th is the Cocoa Crawl in our Main Street businesses. So you'll want to come join that, do some more shopping, and you have your coca. And then one last thing that you probably should start right away. If you're interested in the carriage rides, they book up fast. So you're going to want to go on their site. And that site is deliveryonpotomac.com. Book your reservation for a carriage ride so you can enjoy that during the holidays. That's a busy schedule. And this is still October. We haven't even gotten to November yet, but that's why I wanted to share it with you now so you know what's coming. And I'm excited. I love this time of the year coming up. And I know some people struggle, pick them up, lift them, and always look at the bright light. Things are always better on the other side. In the meantime, if you have any questions or want to give me some feedback for the Dugout to share, make sure you reach out to us and we will get it out on our next episode. We have Paula Jackson coming up. Thank you. We have Paula Jackson here with the Proud Peacock joining us this morning right here in River Spirit Media Studio. Paula, it's great having you here. And
Oh, thank you for having me.
I know you're a busy lady and we appreciate you being here. In the meantime, I've been fascinated in watching how you have taken a great business from Zelda's and turned it into Proud Peacock right here on the corner of downtown Main Street, Williamsport. And it's been thriving. So I'm really proud of you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I know it's hard work,
It
and
is.
it is. And I would love for you to tell us the story of what made you decide to be a part of Williamsport with Proud Peacock. What was your vision in that?
Okay. Well, basically, what happened was this is a journey I've always wanted to do. I went to graduate from Jefferson High School and then graduated from Shepherd. And so when I was at Shepherd, my degree was in communications and business. And back then it was called home economics. Now it's called family life science. So I was doing all three of those. And so I did squeeze in some retail management, and that's where it really all started. So as I went down into the city after I graduated college, I worked for a lot of big stores, Casual Corner, Pasta, Brooks Fashions, all of those. And I had always said one day I'd like to have my own. And so didn't know when it was going to happen. It was just one of those things that I thought, okay, maybe it's something I do when I retire. And I was blessed that someone had shared with me in Williamsport that the owner of Zelda's was going to be retiring. They called me. So then I went over one day and just kind of confirmed it and then took it from there.
So it's like a meant to be moment for you. You have
Yes,
been
it
waiting.
was.
That's
I
awesome.
couldn't believe that it was actually really going to happen. On the day we cut the ribbon, I was standing there going, wow, this really is happening. And it was just an awesome, awesome feeling.
That is awesome, and I'm happy for you. And I got to tell you, having that boutique and giving option to women's fashion is a great need in the area.
Mhm.
And I know a lot of the ladies appreciate that.
Absolutely. One of the biggest compliments I do get is the fact that I carry a plus size. A third of my store is small to medium, but the other two-thirds is plus size. And the same thing with the shoes. They're very happy that I carry a size 11.
I absolutely, lady, did you hear that? She carries the plus sizes. That's
Yes.
perfect.
So
That's
that's
all.
that's a really, really big plus. And they also like the prices. They like the styles because some of the boutiques carry for the younger generation,
Correct.
and they say, "That's not me," you know. So I make sure I blend it. I make sure I have something for our young ladies, but also our more mature ladies too.
Absolutely. And so the business that you bought naturally put you in Williamsport.
Mhm.
So what do you think? Has Williamsport been good to you, or
Oh,
the town?
absolutely. I actually work for Williamsport High School, Washington County Public Schools. So I was doing all that, and I'm doing both right now. So I've been working with our youth in the community, and while they're at school, and the goal for them is, and I'll be honest with you, it's students and families in crisis are the ones that I work with the most. Ones who need clues, clothes, food. They need to be lifted up to understand that they can graduate too. They can play a sport also. So that was my first joy working with Washington County Public Schools. So I'm still with them today, and I'll be retiring from them soon. So I've been burning the candle, but it's been great.
Well, I'm sure you've learned how you've had to balance your time because
Yes,
I mean
absolutely.
I know how hard that can be, but
Hmm.
it's rewarding,
Absolutely. Yep. I leave the school. When I leave the school, then I go to the store.
and that's convenient because you're still in Williamsport.
Yes,
So
real close by, and the people in the community are just wonderful. Because 'cause I'm not originally from Williamsport. I am from Shepherdstown, West Virginia. I'm very proud of that, but because I have the connection with the school, the teachers, the families, the staff, they've been wonderful as far as supporting me with the store.
well, Paula, you are a part of the Williamsport community,
Mhm.
absolutely, all the
Thank
way.
you.
And
Thank you.
we are so appreciative and so happy you're here. And you are also a big part of helping Williamsport revitalize during its Main Street
Mm,
project. So we
okay.
thank you for that. In the meantime, you have mentioned some of the items you carry in your store.
Mhm.
Go ahead and touch up on a little bit on that. What specific items do you carry?
Um, two of the biggest brands that I carry is Pole, and my ladies know all about them. and the other one is Judy Blues. Pole is known for their tops and sweaters because they fit everyone. And then the Judy Blues are also known because they fit everyone and they cover small size up to plus size. Like I have size 24. It's absolutely okay. But with Judy Blues, you can go down one size. Most of the ladies see Judy Blues brand online, but they don't want to take the chance because they don't get to touch it, feel it, or try it on. But
Correct.
in my store, you can touch and feel it and try it on. And once you do that, you can walk out with it and say, "Oh, I'm glad I tried that on." And they buy
Well,
it.
you just said that Judy Blues brings you down a size. I can
Yes,
imagine how everybody feels about that when they
absolutely.
see that size
Mhm.
down, right?
And it is about feeling good.
Oh,
It really
absolutely.
is. I think one of the things I talked a lot about in the community is that I think the counties really need to understand today's woman. We're doing a lot. And not only are we taking care of our own immediate families, we're taking care of our parents, we're taking care of our grandparents, we're taking care of our grandchildren, on top of trying to get our journey, which is to run our own business. So we're doing all that every day, all day.
So, as an entrepreneur, if you were looking at a young person trying to start their business today and meet their dream,
Mhm.
what is the biggest advice you would give to them at this moment?
The first thing is write it down. You need to get a notebook that's dedicated just to that. You need to write your thoughts down, write your plan down, and that's the informal part of it. When you feel you are ready, you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework about where's the money going to come from? Who's going to mentor me? If I have questions, who am I going to call? How do I make sure that I have the finances to do it? Because it's not easy. I had really good support from Small Business Association in Washington County. They were absolutely awesome and still mentor me to this day. If I call and have a question about business taxes or whatever, I can make that call and they'll be there for me and ask me and support me.
That is wonderful piece of advice. And Paul was exactly right. If you want to be a small business owner, you need to hit up the Small Business Association for
Hmm.
advice and do your homework. She not only mentioned write it down on a notebook, I'm going to take it one step further. You do that and then go make your Pinterest board
Absolutely.
because that's the visual
Hmm.
component that puts it in your brain and motivates you to get it done.
Yeah. And then when you go to meet with your mentor for Small Business Association, then you have the notes that you need to take to make your business plan because you can't do this off the cuff. If somebody says they did it off the cuff, something wrong. I
You
mean,
got
you
that.
have got to be prepared. And the other thing of it is, once you get it and you have it, you have to maintain it. It's your responsibility. You need to partner with the town. Uh, you have to jump in on their activities that they have planned, but you have to have your own promotions inside your store. You have to have your own connections to keep things moving and keep things going. I mean, I have customers from all over, all three counties. I have customers that come to me. I had a lady that drove all the way from Brunswick for a pair of boots because she heard about it on Facebook. And then I had a lady that was from Panama that was here traveling because of C&O Canal and bought a sweater. And she had to have that sweater. She rolled it up, put it in the bag, and took it with her on her bike.
Absolutely. I see
Yes.
the same thing at my bed and breakfast. Amazing. People from all over the country and
Hmm.
some from all over the world coming in. You just wouldn't believe the amount of people that visit our town. And I love what you said about small businesses need to work with the town and
Hmm.
the town needs to work with small businesses, getting aligned on the same schedule, activity, and supporting one another. That's the key to successful small business. You can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Just like you can't live in the world alone. You've
Right.
got to be with people and you have to network and it's doing the right thing. So I'm
It's very
glad you
true.
touched on that
Yeah.
because that is
Hmm.
something people just kind of assume and
Yes.
overlook. So
But you've got to hustle. It's every week. I mean, this week,
24/7.
October's over. I've already got a plan for what I'm going to do to promote my store for November. And in addition to including the activities that the town has planned. For example, this Friday, it's Halloween trick or treat. That main street's going to be jam packed. My store will be open. Anybody that wants to come in, they want to look around, they want to shop, it'll be open. But I'll still be passing out candy. Now, will I get a lot of sales? Don't know, but I'm still promoting this store. So if the grandmother goes in and looks around, she'll come back the next week.
Exactly,
That's
especially
how
with
you
the
have to do it.
holidays coming up. You
Yes.
come back, get a peek.
Yep.
You know what? I'm coming back when I don't have the kids with me.
Absolutely. And that's what
Absolutely.
happens. That's what happened last year.
Yeah.
So you got to promote your store a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Anything else you would like to share with the community that we don't know already?
I think the biggest thing is the connection that I have with the women and their families. The awesome thing for me is when I get a grandmother, a mother, and the granddaughter that come in together. That connection is just awesome because when I get that, I get all three age groups.
And generations, yes.
Yes, and they're very supportive of each other, and just a really, really great connection. And a couple of the younger girls have modeled for me just based on that, the 3 of them coming in together. So that's really important to me, the really connections with the people.
Connection, and that's the networking aspect. And in any business, it's the word of mouth and the
Mhm.
experience
Yep,
behind it.
yeah,
So
it's really good. And then the other thing that I did do is the big expo that I did in August. I was able to get 15 ladies together in one place at the Fireside Hotel, so they supported me for that, and those 15 ladies have their own business. I had them come in, they set up their booth. We were together all day. I actually did a huddle with them and gave them some best practices and tips that they could take away with them. And customers came in and shopped. So I'll do that again next year and I'll probably do it around holiday time.
that's exciting. Let us know about that and we'll
I
help
sure
promote
will.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, wonderful morning here with Paula Jackson. Thanks for your quality
Oh,
time. I
you're
love
so
it.
welcome. Thank you for
And
having me. I
good
appreciate
luck
it.
to you.
Thank you.
Remember, proud Peacock, do your shopping for the holidays. Thank you. Welcome. We have Lori Krasnowski here with Stonehouse Urban Winery and C&O So Tasty Coffee, Tea, and Ice Cream. And I got to tell you, I'm excited to share this second episode with you today because this is what's coming to Williamsport. And I know it's been a long time coming, but there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But having Lori here today will kind of get you up to speed and knowing what is happening. So, Lori, it's great having you join us here at the Dugout. And you're a busy lady, but a wonderful and successful entrepreneur. And I'm happy to share you with our town. So I
Thank
would love
you.
to hear how you got started as an entrepreneur and what brings you here today.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I'm very excited to be part of it. We got started as an entrepreneur, my husband and I. My husband was deployed in Iraq, and I was working as a senior forensic paralegal in about my 28th, 29th year in that field. I say doing my best work on other people's worst day. And it comes a point where you want to pivot. So now I get to say I do my best work while others play. And while he was deployed, we needed to do some financial investing. I don't know what I don't know, and I'm pretty transparent about that. And our financial investor was telling us we needed to invest in real estate. I'm like, I don't know anything about that. He's like, well, what about stocks? I'm like, that's my brother-in-law. I don't know anything about that. He's like, well, what's something you like? And I get to this point where I get a little smart alecky, and I'm like, I like wine. And he's like,
Who doesn't,
great,
right?
we can work with that. What about a small winery that you like and invest there? And I was like, really? You can do that? And he's like, yeah, it's your money. You can do that. So I was a big fan of Lori Dixon and how she made her wine up here in Hagerstown and talked with her and we invested. And then as I got to that point when my husband got back, where I wanted to pivot away from what I was doing and do something different, they took me on and I became the managing partner and have been pivoting the Stonehouse.
Boy, I know you did not have that in your plan at some point. It was from a paralegal
Mhm.
to, oh, I love wine. And now you're in
Yep.
the wine
Yep.
industry.
And I do joke that business is a crime scene. You just process it. And there really are a lot of similarities.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good way to put it.
It,
But
yeah.
but at the same time, as a business owner myself, there's nothing more rewarding in working in something you have so much passion and
Mhm.
love for. That's when you are not working. You just
Exactly.
doing what you love, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And while I was raising our sons, I worked with the Disney company. So I had a lot of guest service experience and have just had a lot of different. I worked with a nonprofit for a number of years. So I had a lot of different ingredients in my resume that you just turn them. If you can do that for other people when you're doing it for yourself, it's just
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
So you mentioned Laurie Dixon. Laurie Dixon is excellent at what she does. So you found the right partner in that. So tell us how you started in Hagerstown, correct?
Yes, we did.
And
Yes.
then you've really involved and branched out. So tell us a little bit how that growth occurred and how you ended up in Williamsport.
Absolutely. We've had a wonderful journey. Lori is our founding partner. She is retired, semi-retired. She loves festivals. So we started doing festivals throughout the state of Maryland and found that our wine was really well received. So we really enjoy festival season. And with that, so we started wholesaling. And so we're in several different restaurants and we're coming to some liquor stores throughout the area. We've been taking it slow because everything is hand bottled, hand labeled. So there's a lot that comes with that, trying to keep up with still doing it that way and having the quality. So we have gone to so our Shank Farm location, we moved from there because we were just at capacity up to the incredible opportunity we got up at Fort Ritchie. So we're now in the tap room up there. We have the top secret tap room because we had a lot of people asking us, well, do you have beer? Do you have liquor? Do you have food? So we're now able to check those boxes. We're looking for our tasting room to open in the castle. So we're very excited about that. And then as we get our get a little bit settled there, then we'll be able to come into Williamsport and have a tasting room and a coffee house, which is just a really great combination
It is a great
there.
combination, and I'm excited about that
Yeah.
because in the morning and even in the evening you have coffee. And
Mhm.
summertime when it's hot, how can you say no to ice cream, right?
Right.
I mean, you just can't. And I know there's a lot of people that drink tea as well, and I see that at my B&B. You know, people from all over the world, especially if they're European, they want their tea. Um, but then, the wine. I've had your wine, and I know Lori has been in Williamsport at some of the events, and
Mhm.
they've had their tastings of their wine with Stonehouse Urban Winery, and it's excellent. So if you haven't had a chance to try Stonehouse Urban Wine, you need to do that. And they will have tastings back in our town soon. Um, so yeah, there's an exciting opportunity to bring into our town
Mhm.
because that is something that brings people together, socialize,
It
and
does.
relax and talk, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
So Stonehouse Urban Winery will be going in 19 North Conicachig Street, and so tasty coffee, tea, and ice cream is actually next door at 21 North Conicachig Street. So they're side by side, kind of will flow together. And
Mhm.
they're in the back of the building, there will be an area outside where
Mhm.
you can drink your coffee, eat your ice cream, or have some wine. I mean, how exciting is that? I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to that. So tell us a little bit about your vision for all of this.
Mhm. Yeah, Williamsport is such an amazing area, and we love history. So we tend to go to areas where there's history. Like at Fort Ritchie, there is so much history, being at a former military base. So there's such a revitalization there. What the Ritchie Revival is doing, bringing community and collaborators. And if you look at it realistically, isn't that what Williamsport is doing? Bringing
Absolutely.
community together and collaborators. And Williamsport has such history as well. It was considered originally for the nation's capital, and the Ortho Holland Williams was George Washington's good friend. And there used to be a distillery on the original property at Springfield Manor that Mount Vernon is believed to be based on. So there was, I can imagine, this original love of distilling and liquor making and stuff, which is a lot similar to what wine is.
Correct.
And so there's a lot of conversation over just sipping and talking and pairing. And I think that's one of the most amazing things about wine is just the conversation.
Oh, absolutely.
And then in the morning, since we've all got work to do, you just have that conversation over caffeine and just
Right
exactly.
there.
And a good mug, because then you have the all the sayings that get you through the day and stuff like that. And just, the conversation over a good beverage. And then, because who doesn't love ice cream and
That's what I said.
and
Yeah.
all the toppings.
Right.
So it's just to bring that history. And then with the C&O Canal, which one of the things I find so fascinating about this area being the halfway point is there's so many national parks, but running right through Williamsport is one of the biggest based on miles.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it's right here.
Absolutely. And with the CNO Canal headquarters down here,
Hmm.
and it is the halfway point. And
Yeah.
I know at my bed and breakfast and all, we see cyclists coming through the whole year. And of course, there's peak season, but they have to stop in Williamsport.
Yeah.
It's just the length of it and the timing of it where they have to stop. So I know you're going to benefit from that. I'm excited for you. So go, tell me, I know you have wines and I
Hmm.
know you had coffee and ice cream, but tell me some of the exciting flavors or processes that you have for the wines and for the coffee. Because, I think coffee is one of those things where you smell it, you watch it being made, an espresso machine and all that. But the wine side of it, tell us some key products that you're excited to carry and to share with
Hmm.
everybody.
One of the things that my son Matthew is and his wife Mackenzie are our winemakers,
Family
and
business all the way.
their love of it is just their attention to detail and how they do it with the science and process of it is just it is fascinating. And we like to they just the science, the attention to detail. My personal favorite part is the naming of the wines. I really love a good pun. I love a good play on words. And we had renamed our Chardonnay, and I was playing some games with my husband and Stephen Stitley and Mary Beth, friends of ours, and we were just joking, trying to come up with a name. And I just jokingly was like, "We should go with I Sharded." And literally that's what and we were drinking wine at the time, and because technology allows you to just send that email right away, I went ahead and did it, and that literally has made that one of our biggest sellers
It's
because
branding.
it tastes amazing. But then that name, and then we market it as a groomsman's gift and Father's Day gifts. You put it in a gift basket with a roll of toilet paper, some poopery, a crossword book, and it's for the man who has everything, but you know what he smells like. And it literally, we have bridal parties come in when they don't know what to get groomsmen, and they get them I sharded, and then they get the bridesmaids are everything happens for a Riesling. And they're like, this is
Perfect.
wonderful. And it's just,
So,
so sometimes just playing with the names, because people shop for wine based on taste. And when they can taste our wine, they love it. But when you can't, you're looking in the liquor store at all the names,
yes.
that one stands out.
Absolutely, and that's the key to marketing and branding is the
Hmm.
name. Because I could tell you how many times you go into a great liquor store or a wine shop and
Yeah,
you're looking, and you don't know, you
right.
just know you need something, but you start looking at the labels or the names, and you
Yeah,
know what? I love that name. Gotta have it,
exactly. And
and
you, yeah,
it's a
right.
conversation piece.
Yeah,
People start laughing before they even try it.
yeah, yeah,
And so that's awesome. I'm
yeah,
glad you renamed them. That's
yeah.
perfect.
It's really been a fun one. Yeah, yep.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about the coffee side. I know that's kind of new for you. You're going from wine
It
to coffee.
is.
So how are you attacking that from a business
Well,
side?
it's a learning process. So we're learning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. And that's what we're doing. We're learning.
And I know you're learning from some experts in that industry. and how to use the machines and your blending and your
And they
beans.
are laughing at me the whole time because they were showing the machine and how to use it and all that. Like the espresso machine's massive and
Oh
you have
yeah.
to weigh it and pound it and like the coffee and all that. And so he makes it and shows me and he's like, and the machine's like $20,000 to start and all that. And he was like, well, do you have any questions? And I said, yes. He goes, okay. I said, this is the one that makes the little cups? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, then how much is it for the big cup machine? And he just busted
That
out
laugh.
laughing. He goes, we have a lot of work in front of us. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah,
But that sounds exciting though. It's challenging, exciting, opens up your eyes. But
yeah.
I'm excited to see what you bring into town because I know everything you all do is top notch, and
Well,
so that will be exciting to see. I know she's not going to give all the secrets just yet. It's coming. So is there anything else that you have to share about this that I don't know about yet? For
well, I'm still trying to learn how to get to the big cups. So
okay.
I can't share much. I'm still learning.
Yes. Okay. So that is with Lori Krasnowski, the Stonehouse Urban Winery, and C&O So Tasty Coffee, iced tea, ice cream, and tea. So pleasure having you here with us on the
Thank you.
Dugout. I'm excited to see you in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you.